Hey guys and gals, this is Podman here, and honestly, I don't know what to make today. I'm I'm frustrated with the current state of events. So I thought I could give you just a little bit of a lowdown as to who I am and why it matters to you. Simply put, my name is David, and yeah, I live in Los Angeles. I was born and raised in Echo Park, spent a lot of time over in Pasadena, and then after that, when I became an adult, I kind of moved around a bunch, and now I'm up in Palmdale, California, which is still kind of within Los Angeles County, but it's like very much at the edge. Anyhow, nice and deserty over here. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about what I'm feeling over here in SoCal. You get things like, you want to buy a gun, like an assault rifle. If you want to buy a rifle, you need to have like a fin on the handle, which is like super weird. I guess it's supposed to stop people from shooting it faster. I don't know. And then on top of that, or there's like some other thing. So in the rifle department and the arms department, you get smaller clips, you get weird fins, you get all these like weird restrictions. Smoking and drinking, they penalize smoking by upping the taxes. I mean, you get into like gas, we up the taxes to pay for road repair. So as a citizen, you're already paying for property, income tax, sales tax, but on top of that, we're also going to tax the gas that you have to use to get to work, so that we can repair the roads that we should already be doing, but we suck at our jobs. And fun fact, there's this main road, freeway, we call them in Los Angeles, freeway that goes through Los Angeles County, and it's called the 5 Freeway. And it is notoriously bad. It is a shit show. It goes from downtown LA all the way to, like, it goes further than this, but like downtown LA, Disney, and then all the way up to like the northernmost part of LA County. So it's a rather large segment of LA County. A main thorough blood vein or travel through. But it's notoriously bad. Like, it almost always has traffic. It doesn't matter what time you are. It doesn't matter which part you're going on. It's just bad. And there are parts that they're like, we're extending another lane and whatever. And it takes years and years and years and years and years. Now, fun factoid about me. So other than having born and raised in Los Angeles, which is interesting in and of itself, I'm also an actor. That's my preferred profession, if you will. And I recently had people basically say, hey, that's what you should start with. You should be like, hey, my name is David, I'm an actor. I'm going to make a separate channel on my acting stuff, but separately, I just want to say that is what I do as my main thing. As a side job, a moonlight, if you will, I usually get up at like 5 a.m. to get to work, and I work at a precast plant. So, and I've done everything in between. I've worked on movie sets where I was building sets for them, and I've done like furniture construction. I've done call-in. I've done just a number of different things, and like actual construction, not just set construction, but actual construction. I've done demo work. I've done a lot of like physical related things. So I just want you to understand that, like, yeah, I wear plaid shirts, and like it's kind of become a moniker and a thing, and like, oh yeah, especially like in Los Angeles, and I imagine other places where you're like, oh, cool, he just wears plaid to like look like he does what he does, and it's like, no, legitimately, like, I have been wearing plaid for years and years and years and years and years and years, and then on top of that, like, I actually work. I actually do physical work and have done physical work for the better part of a decade, with some exceptions here and there. Like, I've worked a couple desk jobs, but even with that, I still on the weekend would do physical related work. And to me, Wearing a plaid shirt is indicative of someone who can chop wood, someone who can like change the oil on their car, and actually is, to some extent or another, a man, like a contemporary man. I understand if you compare me to like Lewis and Clark or even the great founders of the American country, like I wouldn't hold a candle to what they were able to do and how well they were able to do it. Okay, at 13 years old, I wasn't like captain of a ship. I wasn't a privateer, so I don't have those on my like checklist of, oh, I did this and this and this and this. I just want you to know that as a real dude, hey, I get it. Like, I sympathize with men and women everywhere. Women, you want a guy who is a guy, who is, who represents what it is you need and want, who basically does the job of like, hey, look, I want to get in a relationship with you. What do you need and want? Because as much as I might think that all women are the same, and much as other people might think all women are the same, they're not the same at all. Every single one of them is totally and utterly different. However, you do have a lot of similarities, so there is that. But guys, I will say this, it is imperative that you start with, hey, my name's David. What do you need and want? I mean, don't say it like that. I'll make a separate video on how to like pick up a girl. But that's a whole other thing. I read a whole book on like a pickup artist, and I'm really sad for women who succumb to and go under that influence of a pickup artist, and I'm even more sad and frankly disgusted by guys that use that as a tool to pick up a chick, because frankly the ultimate goal behind that is to get laid. And if that's where you're at, it's like it's not healthy. It's not good for you. So what I would suggest is actually get out of that zone and just focus on you, and then find someone that is doing the things and is willing to contribute to what your goals and purposes are. And I think the second part is the most important, because you can have one person like myself. I'm an actor. I'm doing precast, and I have a girlfriend who's a nurse, and these two do not align. They're very different. Okay, but what I will say is that she helps support me in doing my acting, and reversely, I help support her doing her nursing, and together we create this beautiful symmetry. Okay, so it's not imperative, like as an actor I don't have to date an actress. Okay, and if there's anything to be said, there's a lot of evidence to indicate that that is not the best way to go. I'm sure you can look at, there's a few exceptions to that rule where like it worked out, but more often than not, the times when celebrities dated each other, it did not work out very well at all. And then reversely, you look at interesting situations like Hugh Jackman's a good example. Yes, him and his wife met on like a soap opera, but if you notice, his career went like this, and her career, she like just kind of, you know, went into obscurity. You don't know her. You'd have to Google her to find a picture of her. And I think that's part and parcel to that. Like, they got like 4 or 5 children, and she just focused most of her attention on raising a family. And he proceeded to go and make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and kept doing acting works and doing big stuff and everything from Broadway and independent films to big films, and he just kept being that way. Now, you don't have to do that. The women could be the big producer and the guy can just stay at home, whatever, fine. I'll make a separate video on my viewpoints on the current thing, which is like, hey, everyone should be like making the same amount of money, and guys and girls should be like, oh yeah, we both do stuff, versus the old school perspective, which is like, oh, I'm the man, I gotta make all the bread, and the woman stays home and takes care of the kids, and this is how it's been done since my great-great-grand, you know, whatever. Like, my dad has that perspective, other people I know have that perspective, and since I live in LA, most of the other people I know have this other perspective of like, yeah, we should do it this way and be contemporary and all this stuff. So I will go back and forth with you guys and explain my perspective on that. This is kind of just a ramble. So again, my name is David. I'm an actor first and foremost. I'm doing this because I feel deep inside of me this things that irritate me. And I know there's other people out there who have these similar irritations. And I see and I watch lots of YouTube videos or listen to podcasts about people talking about the problem. And to me, fuck that. That's not really the right way to go about it. The right way to go about it is like, cool, what is the solution? What do we have as a solution? So I invite you to tell me, hey, this is what I suggest. This is what I found out about this. This is how I think this is going to work. Blah, 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 blah. Because I'm spitballing. I don't know it all. If I knew it all, I'd be in like this amazing studio doing these videos and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not. I drive a Honda Civic. I'm pretty low-key, chill. I make a decent amount of money, but not enough for me to like really like sit back and sip pina coladas. So anyways, I hope you enjoy these videos. Tell me what you guys want, what kind of solutions. If you have something in mind, you're like, hey, what do you suggest about this? Let me know, because I will gladly talk about it, okay? Even if I don't have a solution, I will give you what I think might be a viable solution until we, as a group, as humankind, can come up with the ultimate solution. Okay, peace out. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.